How often should I use new movements in the gym? That's going to be the next Q&A question that I answer here. And as always, guys, if you enjoy or appreciate the content I'm putting out, give the video a like, share it with somebody that you know might be interested in it. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, check out the Nutrabio and the Unbound products. The codes are JP10 for Nutrabio, JPUB for Unbound. When to change an exercise. So as a coach, I see this often where people consistently want new workouts, want to try new things. And I'm a big believer in hammering the basics and just squeezing as much out of as little change as possible. But I think there are a couple obvious signs that pop up if you live this lifestyle that should tell you that it could be time to change movements. So if you've been sticking with a movement for like multiple training blocks, like months on end, and you hit a point blank stall or even a regression in performance for a couple weeks in a row, I think then it could be time to switch something out for something similar. So in this case, as an example, let's say you've been barbell rowing for months, and you're kind of stuck on, let's say, 275 for 10 as your top set. You're stuck there. 2-3 weeks in a row, you hit that same number. And then let's say even you come in the following week and do 275 for 9 or 8, where there's a regression in performance. That would be a time to switch something out. You're doing a barbell row for months on end. Good time to switch it out for something maybe chest supported for the upper back. And then really focus on creating a good standard with that new movement and then progressing within those same parameters. Now, another consideration for switching out a movement is any type of pain or like serious discomfort in connective tissue or the muscles directly involved in the movement. If you're doing leg extensions for months on end and your patella and your knees are just wrecked from it, it's time to switch that out. I would avoid that entirely, and just find whatever movements you can do that don't make that injury any worse. So those are good times to consider switching out a movement. And then lastly, and probably the least talked about consideration when it comes time to switch something up, and I would like to preface this by saying this shouldn't always be the case, but if you've been hammering a movement or a particular training setup for months and months, and mentally you are just a little stale with it and you're kind of over it, not excited about training, that's a good time to make a change as well, because at the end of the day, we should be enjoying this, and you are going to be on the money. You're going to be adherent and motivated more so when you're mentally stimulated and excited about what you're doing. So those are all considerations on when should I be changing movements in the gym.